family needs you, son.
On the next episode of Dutton Ranch.
The Jackson family's crooked. They ain't ranchers.
He raises the gun, and before anyone can stop him, the shot rings out. And in that 1 second, everything the Dutton Ranch has been building toward for 7 episodes finally comes crashing down. Because this is not just a shooting. This is the moment Bula's successor gets exposed, the moment years of hidden anger explode in front of everyone, and the moment the ranch stops pretending it is one big happy family. So, let's talk about what is really happening in episode 7, because the trailer gives us more than just a gunshot. It gives us answers we have been waiting for since season 1. Well, I think the first thing we need to understand is that this shooting did not come out of nowhere. It has been building for a long time. Every argument, every secret, every moment of tension between Waken, Beth, Rob Will, and Rip has been leading straight to this celebration. And now, the trailer is finally showing us how it all explodes. Let's start with Bula's big announcement, because honestly, this is where everything begins to unravel. She stands in front of the entire family and says she is ready to pass control to the next generation. Sounds simple, right? But it is not simple at all, because the moment she says those words, you can see the shift in everyone's face. Waken looks uncertain, Beth looks calculated, and Rob Will looks like a man who already knows he has lost before the decision is even made. Now here is something I think a lot of people are missing. The trailer strongly hints that Bula is not handing the ranch to just one person. I think she is splitting control, maybe between Waken and Beth. And if that is true, it explains so much. It explains why Waken looks frustrated instead of relieved. It explains why Beth seems so confident, almost like she already knew this was coming. And it explains why the tension at that celebration feels so heavy before a single shot is even fired. But let's be honest, the real question everyone wants answered is this: who actually gets shot? And I think the trailer is giving us more clues than people realize. Rob Will is the obvious suspect, and I do not think the show is hiding that on purpose. He came back from rehab carrying the same anger he left with. His hatred for Rip never went away. His belief that the family owes him something never went away. And now, watching Bula announce a future that clearly does not include him, that anger has nowhere left to go. So here is what I think actually happens. Rob Will does not plan the shooting. I think it happens in the heat of the moment. A confrontation breaks out, voices get loud, people try to step in, and somewhere in all that chaos, a gun appears. And once a weapon is in the mix, anything can happen. That is what makes this so dangerous. It is not a planned execution. It is years of pressure finally snapping in front of the entire family. Now, who is on the other end of that gun? This is where it gets interesting. A lot of fans assume it has to be Rip, simply because Rob Will hates him the most. And sure, that would make sense on the surface. But I do not think the show wants something that predictable. Rip has spent weeks digging into secrets connected to Wes, connected to Whitney, connected to things that powerful people on this ranch do not want uncovered. If Rip gets shot, it is not really about Rob Will's anger anymore. It becomes about silence. It becomes about someone making sure Rip stops asking questions before he finds the truth. And that changes the entire meaning of the shooting. Because if this is about silencing Rip, then Rob Will might not even be the one who pulls the trigger. He could just be the spark that starts the chaos, while someone else, someone much more controlled, much more dangerous, uses that chaos as cover. Think about it. A public celebration, dozens of witnesses, an argument already breaking out. That is the perfect moment for someone to make a move and disappear into the confusion. There is also a very real chance that Rob Will himself is the one who ends up on the ground. And honestly, I think this outcome creates even bigger problems for the ranch than if Rip gets shot. Because then the question becomes, who pulled the trigger and why? Was it self-defense? Was it an accident? Or did someone finally decide they were done waiting for Rob Will to calm down? If that is the case, then the real story is not the shooting itself. It is the cover-up that follows, one lie leading to another. One decision that protects the family today but destroys it later. And we cannot forget about Sheriff Wade in all of this. He has been quietly watching this family for a while now, and he is not the type to ignore patterns.